everybody. Welcome to another broadcast of LMC Varsity Sports alongside Rob Moretti. I am Seth Rothman. Today we are at the 20th Annual Tiger Tournament. It's the championship game featuring the Garnets of Rye and the Mamaroneck Tigers. Rye, these two teams have faced each other last year in this same spot. It was an instant classic.
I went to double overtime. Mamaroneck coming away with the win in their tournament for the first time in a number of years. So they're looking to repeat this year. It's going to be another classic battle if I was one to predict.
So Mamaroneck having a pretty good start to this regular season. Rye's pretty good too. They're at 8-2 this year. What does Mamaroneck have to do to knock off the Garnets tonight?
Well, Mamaroneck prides himself on team defense. It was really on show in their first round game against Portchester. And Rye is a team, they put up 81 in the first round on Hamilton. So Mamaroneck's team defense is going to have to be sharp. They're going to have to force bad shots and turnovers, which still might not be enough because Rye is very proficient at shooting from the outside.
Well, this should be a really competitive basketball game. Rye against Mamaroneck. We got some snow showers outside, but it's about to heat up on the hardwood. 20th Annual Tiger Tournament Championship game is up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, time now to introduce the starting lineups for tonight's championship game. First for the visiting Rye Garnets, the 6'1" junior forward, number 15, Max Sandberg. The 6-foot senior guard, number 21, Brett Egan. The 5'11" senior guard, number 23, Charlie Nagel. 6'1" senior guard, number 33, Michael Carty. And a 6'6" senior center, number 55, Seamus McCrowan. The Garnets head coach, Mr. John Aguilar. Now let's meet the starters for the Mamaroneck Tigers. The 6'2" senior guard, number 5, Will Tuck. Junior guard, number 11, James Manhattan. 5'8", junior guard, number 12, Isaiah Thomas. The 6-foot sophomore forward, number 20, Shane Smith. And a 6'5" sophomore forward, number 24, Will Sharples.
Just about set to get underway here at the Palmer Gym at Mamaroneck High School. Seamus McCrowan, Will Sharkozy will take the tip. The championship game, 20th Annual Tiger Tournament here at Mamaroneck High School, and we are set to go. Tip up in the air. It is won by Mamaroneck. That's Isaiah Thomas.
The Tigers push the tempo here right away. They know Rye's going to be pushing.
Will Tuck with it now. Gets it over to Shane Smith. Smith on the wing, back to Thomas. Thomas spots up for three and puts it in.
Number 12, Isaiah Thomas.
Thomas was a key in the Tigers' win over Uniondale in the slam dunk tournament. Had a career-high game and could be a key to the Tigers matching Rye tonight.
And stepping on the sideline was Brett Egan, so Rye turns it over.
And that team defense we were talking about in the opening, so far 1 for 1.
James Mineta dribbling in the backcourt, gets it over to Shane Smith. Sharkozy battling. This is Tuck who goes up for the layup and puts it in. So 5 quick points for Mamaroneck. They lead at 5-0 under a minute in. Hardy into the front court over to Sandberg. Sandberg to the wing. This is Carty. Cardi tries driving in, kicks it back out to Egan, who stops and turns it over.
Little shuffle step there by Egan. To the Tigers' credit, defense has Rye a little bit off balance here in the game's first minute plus.
This is Smith. Gets it up to Tuck, who goes in for the layup. So 2 buckets for Tuck, 7 points for Mamaroneck, and Rye in an early hole, less than 90 seconds in. Hardy tries getting into the paint, goes up, offensive foul. All Mamaroneck in the first minute, 33 seconds.
Control foul number 33, Michael Hardy.
With the high-octane offensive line, this is exactly what they needed in the first minute and a half. Get out to a big lead. 7-0, I think, is more than they could have even hoped for.
Well, you know, Coach Tyrone Carver loves his defense. Tigers playing some big-time defense in the early going of this title game here at the Palmer Gym. This is Mineta. Back to Thomas. Mineta crosses over, bounces it back to Tuck, and his pass got deflected out of bounds by Charlie Nagel. So Mamaroneck will retain possession, 9 seconds left on the shot clock, as Shane Smith will inbound for the Tigers. Gets it into Mineta. Now Thomas. 4 seconds to shoot from the corner, air ball, and rebounded by Michael Cardi. Up ahead to Sandberg. That one is good by Seamus McCrone. He gets Rye on the board with 5:42 left to go, first quarter. Sarkozy inside to Tuck, back out. Mineta thought about a 3 instead. Dribbles into the corner. This is Tuck, drives baseline. His shot got gummed at the basket and is taken by the Garnets. This is Cardi in the front court over to Egan. Egan to the corner. This is Sandberg. Throws it back into the corner. Nearly losing the handle was Egan. A whistle for a foul. Actually, a whistle for a timeout as John Aguilar bailed out his player. So 5:07 left to go first quarter. Tigers lead it by 5. Coming out of the 30-second timeout that was called by Rye coach John Aguilar. A few years ago, he was the coach at Rye Neck, moved over to Rye. There's Cardi with it now, 17 to shoot for the Garnets. Nagel moves it to McCrone. McCrone threw it to the Mamaroneck bench. So an inauspicious beginning to this game for the 8-2 Rye Garnets, who beat Hamilton 81-56 last night. Mamaroneck got to this championship game by beating Port Chester 59-37. This is Thomas. Now Smith. That pass got deflected by Cardi and it's intercepted. Cardi quickly into the front court. Nagel, a 3. Got it.
Right, starting to wake up here.
Mamaroneck
start almost erased.
Mamaroneck started the game on a 7-0 run. Now 5-0 for Rye. This is Isaiah Thomas. Over to Will Tuck as Mamaroneck sets up the offense. 4 minutes, 16 seconds left to go first quarter. Tuck on the wing, dribbles. Hands off Mineta, top of the key. Thought about it. Mineta, dribble drive, kick out to Thomas, thought about a 3, steps inside the line and gets it blocked by Cardi. Cardi moving on a fast break, bounce pass over to Nagel, who lays it up and in.
Charlie Nagel.
Right, saying, how about that? We can play some defense too, you know.
Thomas, a wing 3, no good, back of the rim, rebounded by McCrone, and he gets it over to Cardi. Rye trying to take the lead. Will not happen on that possession. Turned over. Well, both of these teams getting up and down the floor in the early going. Matching 7-0 runs here in the first 4.5 minutes. This is Tuck. Thomas, back to Tuck. Deflected away by Nagel into the front court. And Nagel has 7 of Rye's first 9 points, and the Garnets on a 9-0 run have their first lead of the game. This is Thomas, now Tuck. Nagel nearly induced another turnover.
He's flying.
Tuck into the paint, throws it away.
For the Tigers, number 15, Jared Bader checks into the game.
Charlie Nagel does a little bit of everything. Not only is he scoring 7 of Rye's 9 points, but he seems to be everywhere on the defensive side of the ball. He's disrupted a number of plays during the first quarter.
Jared Bader into the game for Will Tuck for the Tigers as Cardi dribbles into the front court, passes to Nagel, who shuffled his feet, and Mamaroneck will take possession. 2 minutes, 49 seconds left to go first quarter. So Mamaroneck looking to answer the Garnet run. This is Bader. Pass back to Bader from Sarkozy was deflected out of bounds.
For the Tigers, replacing Shane Smith.
Now Tommy Martin into the game for the Tigers. Bader, nice pass to get it to Sarkozy, who puts in the layup. His first points of the game. Tied up at 9, 5.5 gone by. Early going as Nagel pick out. That's a 3 attempt by Cardi. It was well short and rebounded by Thomas. Tigers pushing. This is Bader quickly into the front court. Blocking foul. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, Jared Bader has provided a spark off the bench throughout the first 2 months of his varsity career, and trying to do a little bit more of that right here.
The junior guard puts Mamaroneck back in front. We'll have one more. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left to play first quarter. Cardi dribbles in the backcourt, brings it across the date line. Over to McCrowan. Now Nagel spins, backs into the corner. This is Sandberg. His pass got deflected. Mamaroneck possession.
Number 33, Christian Pinson is in for Mamaroneck.
Some real good basketball we're being treated to here tonight. Still, 26 minutes almost left.
Mineta out, Christian Pinson in for the Tigers. Pinson has it now, drives in, layup no good. The rebound is battled for, and Rye will take possession as it went out of bounds. Cardi brings it up for the Garnets. This is Sandberg. Sandberg gets in and lays it in. Max Sandberg, the junior forward, his first points of the game. Rye ties it up at 11. Now Thomas got it over to Martin, who buries a long three. Nagel from way long range, no good, but the rebound offensive. McCrowan goes up and gets fouled. They'll go to the free throw line with exactly a minute left to play in the first quarter.
You can see there by Nagel. Rye's not afraid to shoot the ball from anywhere on the court. And it works even more so because of McCrowan underneath being so effective. It opens up that outside game even more.
His first free throw was too strong. He'll get one more. Kyle Duran and A.J. Thompson into the game for the Garnets. As McCrowan rattles in the second, he has 3 points. Charlie Nagel leads the Garnets with 7 here in the first quarter. Under a minute left to play, opening quarter. Tigers with a 14-12 lead. This is Jared Bader. Inside Chuck Posey. Got it stolen away by Nagel. Charlie Nagel puts it in. 9 of Rye's first 14 points have come from senior guard Charlie Nagel.
This is the third time he's jumped that exact same pass, too. You gotta look out for him.
Bader gets it over to Thomas. About a 6-second differential, shot clock to game clock, 18 to shoot. This is Thomas, kicks out to Bader, who was not on the right spot. And Thomas walks over to him and has a word.
Number 22, Zach Sandberg, is in the game for Rye. And for the Mamaroneck, Shane Smith back in. Replacing Will Shaughnessy.
Nagel brings it up, 17 seconds left in the quarter, shot clock is off. Fires the pass to the corner. And that one, Bader got a hand on it, could not take it. This is Duran into the corner. Duran gets it back, 6 seconds left, whistle, and a foul.
For 5 seconds, we'll see what Rye has up their sleeve for an inbounds play. Not much time to dribble or maybe a pass or two if it's quick.
With a second charge foul to Mamaroneck, that was a nice play, and Charlie Nagel, nice inbounds there, will have a chance to go to the free throw line with 4.5 left to go in the first quarter.
Tommy Martin, his first, team's third. Charlie Nagel, 2 shots.
Nagel's first rattles in, so Nagel with 10 first quarter points. Second one no good. It's rebounded by Martin quickly into the front court. 1 second, and they do not get the shot off.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Rye High School 15.
So Rye with a 15-14 lead. Good competitive first quarter here at Mamaroneck High School. Back with quarter number 2 in just a moment.
Start the second quarter.
Rob Moretti here with Seth Rothman to start the second quarter of the championship game of the Tiger Tournament. A fast-paced first. It's a 1-point Rye lead, and they have possession. In the corner for 3, it's Egan who's off. Rebound, tipped out of bounds. Tiger ball.
John Aguilar not happy with the call. Thought it went off of Mamaroneck, but it's the Tigers who will get possession.
Weak press shown by Rye. Tigers get it across in time. This is Isaiah Thomas. Martin across. Bader puts up a 3. It's the front iron. It's rebounded by Nagel. Nagel pushing, tries to hit McCrohan, but tipped away by Christian Pinson. And give the ball to Mamaroneck.
Nagel with 10 points in the quarter, and how about him also battling on the interior for those rebounds. He is all over the place for the Garnets.
Thomas across to Smith. Martin thought 3, picked it up, puts up the teardrop, no good. Pinson with the rebound, can't get it to fall. Pinson almost came up with another one, but instead it was taken by Egan, another Garnets push. This is Kelly, guarded by Bader, tries to go baseline, puts it up, and is fouled and will the line for 2.
You can see why this Rye team put up 81 points last night. This is a team that gets up and down the floor. Don't take a lot of time on their possessions. They want to get to the rim and get a good shot.
The Philadelphia Eagles mindset. The more possessions we have, the more points we can score.
Well, a lot like Kenny Atkinson's Nets, actually, who get up and down the floor, play at a very high pace. And this is a Rye team that is absolutely playing at a high pace so far through the first 9 minutes.
Kelly's second is off, taken by Martin, who tries to push it. It's tipped out, and they'll let it stay with Mamaroneck.
Yeah, I'm not sure the high pace suits Mamaroneck either. They're more of a try and find your shot type of team.
Play a more deliberate game. Bader, nice move inside, couldn't finish. McCrohan on the rebound. Kelly pushes it up to Nagel. This is Carty and now Kelly. Egan, inside from McCrohan, back out. Carty puts up a 3, it's off. Rebound by Shane Smith. Tigers trailing by 2. Smith gets it across to Zion Powell, who just checked in. Bader puts it up. He's in 4. We're tied at 16. Carty brings it across. One of the few times we've seen Rye come into a set. Nearly stepped out, and they do get Kelly stepping on the sideline.
Right in front of the Mamaroneck bench. The entire bench was up off its feet.
And that's a call you can't miss because everyone's going to let you hear it. James Mineta back into the game, replacing Isaiah Thomas. This is Bader. Martin in the corner, he puts up a 3, and he's got it. Second 3 gives him 6, and a 3-point lead for the Tigers. Kyle Duran gives it off to Carty. Carty dribbling back and forth, fouled on the way up, and he'll head to the line for 2.
Nagel out of the game right now as he gets a bit of a breather, and you can see Rye doesn't quite have the secondary guy to go to right now. Things have slowed down just a little bit for the Garnets.
I bet it'll be a short break. Carty's first this week, that puts him in the scorebook.
In the game for Mamaroneck, replacing Jared Baker.
See Ethan Renner for the first time tonight. And Carty goes 2 for 2. So a 1-point game with 5:30 left in the first half. Renner across to Mineta. Martin thought about the 3, takes another 3. That one's off the back iron. Smith trying to control the rebound. He does. Gets it to Renner. Back up top Mineta, and they'll reset. Mineta to Smith. This is Martin with it now. So 20 seconds to shoot. And they get Renner for the steps. See what this Rye attack can do, still without Nagel on the floor. Duran, guarded by Mineta, off to Carty. Carty to A.J. Thompson. Back to Carty. Back out Kelly, disrupted. He drives in. And a foul is on the floor. A 3 in the key is the call, I believe. I'm sorry, 34. That's Zion Powell on the foul.
Right ball underneath.
That'll refresh the shot clock for Rye. Duran across to Carty, back to Duran. He drives in, back out for Kelly. Into the corner, 3-pointer is made by Michael Carty. Rye now up by 2. Mineta drives in, and the Tigers back on top. I'm sorry, we're tied. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. It's 21-all. It's a push at the blackjack table. Carty puts up the floater, no good. Powell picks up the rebound.
Tigers doing a good job boxing out, getting to almost every defensive rebound.
Mineta trying to find Smith, but he was already out of bounds. That won't work.
23, Charlie Nagel.
Nagel will come back in. Matt Tacadino in for the chip first time, and Max Sandberg, who started, checks back in. So the Garnets changing up the personnel here. This See what the Tigers' defensive plan is for Nagel, if there even is one. Tepedino across to Sandberg. Sandberg to Nagel. Behind a back dribble into the corner. Tepedino thought about a three, now dishes it to Thompson, puts on a move, doesn't get the roll, and Powell with another rebound. Moneta drives in, spins, and travel. They would have been turnover anyway.
Number 12, Thomas returns to the game, replacing Shane Smith.
Thomas in for Smith on the Tigers' end. Still tied at 21. Final 3 minutes of the first half. This is Cardi to Thompson. Sandberg holding now. Nagel. Poked away by Martin, who goes out. Gives Rye the ball with 18 to shoot, but I'm sure that's plenty of time for them to set something up. Cardi brings it up. Max Sandberg, 7 to shoot, puts it up, and Rye breaks the tie. Sandberg has 4. Martin, that's an up and down.
No ball, possession stays with Mamaroneck.
Excuse me, they call it a jump ball, I believe.
There's been a lot of really good battles on the interior so far in this game, and both these teams can shoot. Both these teams are playing really good high-energy basketball.
So 27 on the shot clock as the Tigers inbound. Renner bouncing it in, ball loose. Thomas able to pick it up and try to settle it down. This is Moneta. Renner puts up a 3 in the corner, and he's got it. That gives the Tigers a lead.
Really good job by the Tigers. They're finding the open man, and he was able to knock it down. And that should be an offensive foul. It is.
Nicely done by Isaiah Thomas.
Player control foul number 15, Max Sandberg. It's his first, team's third.
Zone check in for the Tigers, replacing Powell.
Back in for the Tigers.
Under 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. Rye only with 3 team fouls, so they're not in any foul trouble. Mamaroneck 6 team fouls against them.
See if that comes into play. Probably will these final 2 minutes. And so in traffic has it taken away, but it goes out. Cardi couldn't control it. So with 27 left on the shot clock, Tigers will get the ball back. And so inbounds to Moneta. Tigers will settle it down a bit. This is Martin. Through to Pinzone, puts it up, too strong. Rebound loose. And able to stay in with Sandberg, but it's stolen by Thomas. So fresh possession for the Tigers now. Lead out some clock goes against what Rye wants to do. Thomas is looking for Martin, but did not connect. Powell back in for Pinzone. Final minute 6. Cardi up to Nagel.
Nagel the 10 first quarter points, none so far in the second quarter, and he turns it over.
Martin. He dishes to Powell, and a foul on the play.
I think you would rather see Martin just go up with that instead of trying to pass it off. They would kind of got himself a little bit too deep into the paint there.
23, Charlie Nagel.
What would have been really cool is I've seen Martin dunk in warm-ups. That would have been the best ending. Instead, Powell to the line for 2. He makes the first. Much more low-scoring second quarter. for 2. It's the Tigers lead up to 3. Sandberg brings it up. Tepedino now. Looks like we might have a double foul away from the ball.
Double foul, Ryan number 23, Charlie Nagel, his second team stick. Mamaroneck number 21, Tommy Martin, his second.
I think the question
team
is, does that count as does that count for the bonus, or do they simply offset? It'll be the 17th foul on Mamaroneck.
Well, that does put Rye in the bonus as their 7th foul against Mamaroneck.
They won't get to shoot the 1-and-1. They will keep the ball 19 to shoot, so they don't reset the shot clock there either on the double foul. Sandberg puts up a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Powell, who's been like a vacuum cleaner under the hoop. Shot clock turned off, final 15 seconds. Tigers with a 3-point lead, looking to extend it going into the break. Manetta to Powell, 5 seconds. Powell finishes for 2 more.
Well, Mamaroneck held Rye to only 8 points in that second quarter. Part of the reason why Charlie Nagel, with 10 first quarter points, held scoreless in quarter number 2.
Tigers an even 14 in both quarters. That all adds up to 28-23. Home team on top in the championship game of the Tiger tournament. Second half coverage coming up next on LMC Varsity Sports. Back for the second half, both teams have their starting 5 back on the court. With 16 minutes left to play, it's a 5-point lead for Mamaroneck. Brett Egan across to Sandberg. Sandberg drives in, has some open space, doesn't get the roll. And then look who comes in to disrupt the pass there. It's Nagel again. Couldn't control it this time.
I mean, Nagel's just a multi-dimensional threat because he's excellent on offense, as we've seen, 10 points in the first half. But his defensive ability, too, is fantastic as well. Very hard-working on both sides of the floor.
Got to think he's a favorite for the all-tournament team. If Rye wins, perhaps an MVP candidate. This is Tuck, who sat out a lot of the second quarter. Put up by Thomas, no good. Live ball.
Number 24, Will Sharkers, introduced the foul, his second team's first.
There's a foul call on Sharkazy that time, so that's the first team foul of the second half. No scoring in the game's first minute, the half's first minute. Nagel inside McCrohan. With the second half scoring, he's up to 5.
Shifty moves by Nagel there to find the open man for the easy layup.
Thomas spun around, had nowhere to go. Ill-advised pass to Nagel. Tuck now 2-on-1. Nagel goes around Tuck. He's got 2 more, so after being shut out in the second quarter, Nagel making his presence felt early in the third. Manetta gets it to Sharkazy. Somewhere to go. Finally unloaded it back to Manetta. Thomas puts up a contested 3. Here's Thomas 6. Timeout on the floor called by Coach Tyrone Palmer. 31-27 Mamaroneck. 6:15 left, third quarter. We'll be right back. So that timeout, the 3 made by Thomas. Rye possession trailing now by 4. This is Nagel. NBA range and just off. Tigers try to push. Tuck somehow comes up with it. trying to settle it. He's able to throw it off and Nagel to keep possession.
Well, Tuck didn't realize the pass was coming his way until it was pretty much in his hands. Ball basically hit him, and then Nagel disrupted him, and Tuck had to throw it off of Nagel.
Perfect pass on the inbounds. It's Manetta. His second basket of the game.
John Agwell, I'm not going to be happy. Can't let a guy open right under the basket off an inbound.
This is Brett Egan. Inside McCrohan. Players hit the deck, no call. Play on as Tuck is interfered with. That might have been a trip. They let him get away with it. Manetta. Inside Sharkozy.
Well, this is the real danger point now for Rye because Mamaroneck got up to an 8-point lead. What Rye needs to do now is keep this game manageable as they go into the fourth quarter.
Mamaroneck may be a bit more keyed in on Nagel, so we'll have to get it from somewhere else if that's the case. This time it's disrupted. Nagel able to get it away to McCrohan, and that's a foul as Thomas a little push on Nagel after he unloaded the ball.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit too physical there, but again, that's a good idea. You want to try and get a little bit physical with a player that's scoring a lot of points.
So Max Sandberg will inbound. Michael Carty back to Sandberg. In the corner, it's Egan for three. It rolls out. Sharkozy on the rebound. Tigers look to build the lead. Manetta is blocked by McCrohan. It goes out of bounds. Jump ball is the call.
Stays with Mamaroneck.
So Tigers with their largest lead of the game, and no one's got more than 6 points from Mamaroneck so far. Scoring really balanced out.
Thomas puts it up long two.
Okay, Thomas now is 8.
Tigers up to a 10-point lead. Hot start to this second half.
Yeah,
offensive foul away from the ball.
Thomas and Nagel really the entire game have been going at each other. And then Sharkozy clapping right in Nagel's face. That was Sharkozy, that was Shane Smith clapping right in Nagel's face. So the mind games are going on right now in this third quarter.
So Tommy Martin, fresh into the game, will inbound.
You know, we're talking about that battle between Thomas and Nagel. What you want to watch in this game right now is what's going on away from the ball. At times it's been a little bit more interesting than what's going on at the ball.
10-second violation.
Right press works there, 10-second violation. We'll see them start to do that more so they can try to prevent this deficit from growing even larger. Nagel stripped the foul.
Well, one thing about Nagel, he never stops moving. So it's so tough to defend him because he's always moving, he's always trying to find some open space. But again, only 2 points since the first quarter. Mamaroneck doing a much better job of defending him. Now he's got a chance, 2 shots at the charity stripe.
And 1 for 2 in an earlier trip makes the first. Again, Smith on the rebound. Rye shows the press. This time Mamaroneck able to break it. This is Isaiah Thomas across to Manetta. Tuck takes a 3 in the corner, too strong. Right in the hands of Shane Smith. Didn't hit the rim, so it's now 15 seconds to shoot. Thomas drives in, puts up a floater, no good. Back the other way with Kelly. Looking inside McCrohan. He's able to finish for 2. Gives him 7. Tigers break the press quickly that time. And a miscommunication. That one behind Smith out of bounds, by ball.
Replacing Isaiah Thomas.
Thomas will take a breather. Jared Bader back in off the bench. 7-point lead for Mamaroneck now. This is Tepedino out to Nagel.
Yeah, Mamaroneck's got to play physical on him, but they've also can't take too many fouls on him because now Martin up to 4 fouls, so he's going to have to go on the bench now.
Ethan Redden number 3 replaces Tommy Martin.
4 fouls for Martin, 14 fouls, so those are starting to pile up. Catch and shoot, 3-pointer off the back iron. Picked up by Ethan Renner, who just came back in the game. Gets it to Tuck. Tuck takes a 3 and does not get it to bounce in. And disrupted by Tuck, looking inside for McCrohan.
Good active awareness by Tuck there to knock the ball out of bounds.
Inbounds comes to Cardi. McCrohan out to Nagel. Cardi briefly thought about a 3. This one is a 3, and it's made by Quinn Kelly, the freshman. Right back into a press, now trailing by 4. Renner picked up the dribble, and he did stop walking. So
He got away with the travel as well on that, so it didn't matter.
Ryan trying to cut into this deficit, and they do. It's an 8-0 run for Ryan. They had trailed by 10. It's now 37-35 and a much-needed timeout for Mamaroneck. 1:56 left, third quarter. We'll be right back on LMC TV. So Tiger possession, they'll have to break a press again. Smith is fouled by Matt Tepedino.
The freshman Tepedino was going for the steal. Instead, he got a little arm, and so called for the foul.
Tigers do finally get it across. This is Bader driving in, gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2, nearly got the and 1.
Well, Mamaroneck, really good ball movement, really the entire game, moving the ball all around. So tough to defend a team that's passing as well as these Tigers are.
Bader's 2 for 2 from the line so far.
Number 34, Ryan Powell.
One more to shoot. Powell in for Smith on the Tiger side. Friendly hometown roll for Bader, and he makes the second. McCrohan guarded tightly by Powell, gets it away to Kelly. Kelly dishes it out to Cardi. And Cardi's fouled. 15 foul on the Mamaroneck. We're still in the third quarter.
Well, Roy's done exactly what we said they have to do, right? They've kept the game tight. Now, 1:22 left in this third quarter. If they can keep it within a 5-point game here, we're going to have an awfully fun fourth quarter on our hands.
Sandberg. And a leap to save it. Tepedino to Kelly, back to Tepedino. Still 20 to shoot. Puts it up, no good. Renner on the rebound. Nagel is out of the game for now. Tried to find Powell, and it's taken away by Matt Tepedino. Stolen by Renner, 1st and 10. Who's got possession?
Right foul number 2, Matthew Tepedino.
Foul is on Rye, it's Tepedino.
Second personal.
Yeah, he didn't
fourth.
sense the pressure coming, and Mamaroneck was able to turn him over.
Christian Pinsel, number 33, back in for the Tigers, replacing James Burnett.
Pinzone for Mineta. That gives the Tigers a bit more size. Tuck over to Bader. Bader to Powell. Powell fouled. And so Zion Powell will head back to the line. 2 for 2 on the game so far from the charity stripe.
Zion Powell, 2 shots.
And the team fouls are even at 5. Powell with his 5th point. Pinzone foot on the line. So Rye possession trailing by 5. 40.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
So one more foul, Rye will be in the bonus.
That'll slow this game down. Stepanino nearly lost it. Sandberg looking inside McClellan. Able to come up with a finish.
Sometimes you better be lucky than good. That ball bounced right to him.
10 seconds. Bader is fouled.
I mean, this is smash mouth basketball. These two teams are just going back and forth at each other. This has been a championship game in exactly the way you want to see a championship game go here in the 20th annual Tiger Tournament.
Bader makes his first.
Shane Schmidt, number 20, back in for Mamaroneck, replacing Will Tuck.
7.2 seconds left in the quarter after the shot, which Bader makes. Rye will push for a quick shot here. Sandberg out to Tepladino, not much time, gets it up in time, but it's short. And so we'll head to the third quarter, a 5-point lead for Mamaroneck. Still 8 minutes left to play. Fourth quarter action. Coming up next, the champion will be crowned at LMC Varsity Sports.
Fourth quarter action about to get underway here at Mamaroneck High School. Tigers up by 5 in the title game of the Tiger Tournament. Really entertaining game so far as Brett Egan has the basketball now over to Sandberg. Nagel on the interior, gets back to Nagel. Look at a 3. Front of the rim, no good. It rims out. It's rebounded offensively by A.J. Thompson, who gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
17 foul, and it will be a question of, I think he is shooting 2, but if they called on the floor, it'd be a 1-on-1.
Well, it was a shooting foul, so he will get 2 free throw attempts. First one too strong. Powell, Renner, Thomas, Bader, and Pinzone on the floor for Mamaroneck. This is Renner, now Powell. Powell gets it to Bader. Offensive foul.
Good job there by Zach Sandberg, fresh into the game. Make his presence felt.
Line foul, player control foul number 15, Jared Bader, his 3rd, team's 8th.
So Nagel will bring it up. Half a minute gone by fourth quarter. 4-point Mamaroneck lead. This is Egan. Egan goes cross court to Sandberg, puts up a 3, too strong. It's rebounded by Bader. Bader quickly into the front court for Mamaroneck, dribbles it off his leg, gets it back. Now Thomas. Runner over to Pinzone. Pinzone back to Renner. Thomas steps inside the line, now kicks out. That's a corner 3. Bang! For Jared Bader. Mamaroneck's lead back up to 7. 1 minute gone by fourth quarter. This is Nagel on the wing. Now Sandberg back to Nagel. Inside it comes Thompson, the hook. is no good. Let me rephrase that. It was good, but a whistle before the basket for traveling.
Thompson looks a bit incredulous with the call, but it's not going to change the official's mind.
Big three-pointer there by Jared Bader. He is the first Tiger in the double digits with 11. Right on the date line. Renner now has it. Renner getting double teamed, gets it away. Man open is Thomas. Thomas crosses over, picks up his dribble, back to Renner. Renner the kick out. That's a three for Bader. 10-point Mamaroneck advantage. Gets it right back. His first points of the game.
This is getting fun. Teams trading threes here. Still a 7-point lead though for Mamaroneck.
Really good crowd here too. Not a full house, but they're making noise. Bader has it picked off by who else? That's Charlie Nagel. He has been everywhere on both sides of the floor. That's another three attempt. Sandberg rattles out, and it's rebounded by Zion Powell. Now Ethan Renner into the front court for Mamaroneck. 5 minutes, 44 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. This is Isaiah Thomas. Thomas over to Pinzone. His jumper is good.
Christian Pinzone.
50-41. Tigers lead by 9 with 5.5 left to go. Egan. Nagel. Now Cardi back to Nagel. Nagel straight on over to Cardi. Look at a three. Back of the rim, no good. And they battle for it on the interior. Bodies hit the deck. And the foul's on Rye. It was on the player who was on the ground. I guess it was a tripping foul. And looks like Rye is calling a timeout. 50-41, 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in regulation. Tigers lead by 9. So after Ethan Renner went down hard going after that rebound, he gets a 1-and-1. Both teams now in the bonus. Renner's first rattles in, so Mamaroneck back up to a 10-point lead. Still lots of time in this game, but Mamaroneck on a bit of a run here to start the fourth quarter as Renner hits both of his free throws. Into the front court with it comes Cardi. Cardi over to Quinn Kelly. The freshman drives, puts it up. Oh, offensive foul!
That's a huge play there by Zion Powell. Rise at the point now. 5 minutes left, down by 9.
Personal.
They've got to get some points out of these possessions. They can't just keep throwing up threes. 11, excuse me.
52-41. 5 minutes left to play. Real danger zone here for Rye. It's into Thomas. Thomas bounces it over to Powell, who can't come away with it. Ball's on the ground, but that was Pinzone, whose shoulder was out of bounds when he grabbed the basketball. So Max Sandberg, the junior, inbounds it to senior guard Michael Cardi. Cardi into the front court with it now. Over to Nagel. Nagel spins, goes between his legs. Nagel dribbling Isaiah Thomas. Nagel loses his footing. Rye able to keep possession. Mamaroneck might have gotten away with a foul there. This is Cardi. 4.5 to play. Cardi to the baseline, lays it up and in.
Michael Cardi.
52-43. Tigers lead is 9 as we near the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. It's been a good one. Pinzone in the front court over to Thomas. Thomas looking at three, no good. And it's rebounded by Rye. That was Max Sandberg. Charlie Nagel ahead. That's Quinn Kelly, a three, no good. The rebound deflects out of bounds off Rye. In a press, the Tigers able to break it. Powell loses the handle. Their dive on the ground for it. It's picked up by Rye. This is Cardi in the front court. Cardi, the whistle blew, and it's going to go against the Garnets. And Michael Michael Carty cannot believe it.
It's a push away from the ball. Simply put, Rye can't keep coming up with these empty possessions. They need points. They need to close this gap. Time's not on their side. Although, if they get hot from three-point land, then it might still.
These teams played to double overtime last year in the Tiger Tournament, and Mamaroneck looking to win back-to-back against Rye. Renner, 22 to shoot, 3:31 to play. Into the corner it comes. This is Bader. Good pass inside. Zion Powell lays it up and in.
Zion Powell.
Back up to an 11-point Mamaroneck lead. Carty over to Nagel. Long, look at a three, puts it in.
3-point basket, Charlie Nagel.
My goodness.
And then Nagel induces the turnover. In comes Quinn. He lays it in. Quinn Kelly makes it a 6-point game, and Mamaroneck wants to talk things over. 3 minutes, 1 second left to go, fourth quarter. Mamaroneck had an 11-point lead. It's now down to 6 in the blink of an eye. Mamaroneck leading by 6. 3 minutes, 1 second left to go in regulation. The inbound comes to Jared Bader. Renner back to Bader. Bader crosses half court, gets it up to Tuck. The pass inside to Powell, who lays it up and in. Correction, that was Pinzone. So Pinzone gives Mamaroneck an 8-point lead. Carty bounces it inside to McCrowan. Count it, and a foul!
Well, number 55, Seamus McCrowan.
Rye came to play. They're making the plays here as we get close to being down the stretch. They pull themselves back into this game.
So Charlie Nagel with 16. Seamus McCrowan now has 13 for the Garnets, and he can make it a 5-point game with this free throw, which is good. So 56 to 51, 2:40 left to go. We are a long way from being over here at the Palmer Gym. Runner gets it up to Pinzone, now Thomas. Thomas dribbles out of a double team, resets the offense. Under 2.5 to play. Thomas crosses over, drives inside. Acrobatic layup was no good, but Bader has the basketball in the corner. Bader loses the handle, it's picked up by Carty. Carty quickly into the front court, over to Nagel, look at a three, bang! Charlie Nagel! Back to a 2-point game, 56 to 54, with 2:09 left in regulation. We are coming down the stretch here at Mamaroneck High School. Tigers lead at 56 to 54. Charlie Nagel, 6 quick points. The right deficit was 11 about a minute and a half ago. It's now down to 2, and Mamaroneck needs a bucket.
Rye picks some time to get hot.
Better late than never as Tuck gets it back to Mineta. Under 2 minutes left to play in regulation. Mineta, guarded by Nagel, bounces it over to Tuck. Tuck, the runner, goes down, and the lead is back up to 4. Minute 42 left to go. Carty quickly into the front court. Deflected out of bounds by Isaiah Thomas. Got him. A lot of attention needs to be paid down in the front row.
Hot potato.
Zion Powell, number 34, Tommy Martin, number 21, in for
Thomas and Nagel have been going at each other all game. They are facing off right here as Nagel tries to inbound. Gets it into Carty. 90 seconds left to play in regulation. The Rye deficit is 4. This is Sandberg into the paint. No good, but the rebound is by McCrowan, who puts it in. He is up to 16 points. Nagel is 19 to lead the Garnets.
I think Mamaroneck's feeling the pressure here. They need to come up with some points on this possession.
Zion Powell gets it nearly taken away by Nagel. And I'm not sure who the foul went against. It looks like it's going against Mamaroneck. Boy, Charlie Nagel, both sides of the floor. He is all over the place. 19 points, a whole bunch of steals.
Charlie Nagel shooting 2.
And he is shooting 2 because Mamaroneck right now in the double bonus. He can tie this game if he makes both of these. Minute 9 left to play in regulation.
that's maybe, if you wanted to put one, maybe the one knock on Nagel. I think he's now under 50% from the line. But he's done a whole lot more to make up for that.
20 points for Nagel now on the day. The Rye deficit down to 1 with 1:09 left to play. And Nagel nearly took it away again. This is Thomas in the corner. Thomas spins away, and his pass gets intercepted by Max Sandberg. Rye can take the lead here. Sandberg gets fouled by Manetta. He will go to the free throw line with a chance to give Rye the lead with 56.3 to go.
Foul James Manetta. First personal.
Boy, this has been a thrilling back and forth contest, and we are going right down to the wire here at the Palmer Gym. Sandberg's free throw is good. We're tied at 58. Back rim, no good. It's rebounded by Pinzone. Now Thomas throws it ahead to Pinzone. Pinzone into the front court. Pinzone a little bit out of control. He gets it into the corner. This is tough. Loses the handle. And Rye's got it. That was Matt Sandberg on the steal. Cardi ahead to Sandberg. Sandberg into the paint. Gets it inside. Whistle and a foul called right as McCrone was about to put it up.
That was by Will Tuck. First foul on Tuck.
So Will Tuck home for the foul. McCrone has 2 free throws. And the fans here at the Palmer Gym are on their feet. First one does not fall. He'll have one more. So 34.8 seconds to go. Does Mamaroneck wait and take one shot, or do they play it out a little bit quicker than that? He missed the ball. The rebound deflects out off Mamaroneck. So forget what I said, because Rye will have the ball. And Coach John Aguilar wants to talk things over. A full timeout with 33.5 to go.
Well, if you're Rye here, 33 seconds on the clock, it's a tie game. You can hold, but it hasn't been how they played the majority of the game on offense, and maybe that's why they don't do it. But you might want to take the clock all the way down to 10 seconds, 5 seconds before you start making your scoring moves. You don't want to give the ball back to Mamaroneck at any time.
Yeah, it's an interesting call here, because we've seen John Aguilar's team, they push the pace. If they don't push the pace, does that throw them off of their rhythm? Whereas if you're Mamaroneck, you don't want them to take a long time either. You want them to get a shot so you can have a chance yourself. So it'll be interesting to see how Rye lines it up here.
This is a moment here where the team defense for Mamaroneck, which has come up with a bunch of plays in this game, they're going to need at least one more if they want to come out with a W tonight.
Fans here at the Palmer Gym on their feet in the student section next to us. So if you can't see something, you'll know by the crowd's reaction. Rye will inbound, 33.5 to go. They stack him up under the basket. The inbound comes to Cardi. Cardi over to Quinn Kelly. It does look like Rye is holding for one. 23 seconds left. They might not go until 10 seconds. Under 15 now to play. Shot clock is off. And now John Aguilar calls timeout with 11.2 left.
Timeout Rye.
So Rye brought the clock down about 24 seconds, and then 22 seconds, and then called for time. So now they brought it to 11.2. So now you're in a situation where you've got plenty of time to take a shot yourself. How much time do you leave from Mamaroneck is the other option now.
Right, and a very interesting call. I love the coaching there by Aguilar. You call a timeout, you tell the guys to fill out the clock, but you don't want to get them out of their rhythm. So what do? You let them bring it down to near 10 seconds, and you call another timeout and restart the possession where they can play at their own pace.
And if you're Mamaroneck right now, you got to do what you've done all game, which is active hands, physical but not overly physical, and see if you can induce Rye to take a shot with 5 seconds left so that you can get the ball back and have a chance yourself, especially if they score. So the inbound will come in the half-court offense. Michael Carty will inbound it. Nagel is under the basket. It comes to Sandberg. Under 8 to go. Sandberg. Sandberg with 6. Nagel's got it now with 3. Nagel with 2. Gotta hurry. Half-court heave. It's no good. We're headed to overtime. Well, that was not the shot that certainly not. Great job on the Tigers defense. The Garnets couldn't even get the ball near the 3-point line, so perfectly done. 10 seconds is not a lot of time to do a whole lot. It worked out, and just like last year, we're going to overtime. Back with the extra 4 minutes when we come back. So for the second consecutive year, the championship game of the Tiger Tournament between Rye and Mamaroneck is headed to overtime. Zion Powell will tip it off against Seamus McCrowan. 4 minutes on the clock in high school overtime, and the tip is taken by Nagel. Who else? Team fouls do carry over, so both teams will be the double bonus. This is Quinn Kelly, the freshman. Crosses over, tries getting inside. Good defense there by Isaiah Thomas. That's a 3, no good. And the rebound is going to go off of Rye. The 3 was attempted by Michael Carty. They called the foul on Quinn Kelly, so the Tigers will shoot 2.
Second personal 10-team foul, double bonus.
So
Grabbed Thomas as he was trying to come up with a rebound.
So Tigers with the first chance to draw blood here in the overtime session. What an entertaining game this has been. Back and forth, mind games, physical. This has been exactly what you want at a game like this. Thomas is first. He rims out. He has 8 points. Jared Bader leads all Tigers with 14. Nagel is 20. McCrowan is 16 for the Garnets. And Quinn Kelly gets a nice hand as he checks out. Thomas's second is in. Tigers lead 59-58. 3 minutes, 36 seconds left in overtime. Egan gets it on the interior. McCrowan puts it in. Well, that's been the Nagel and McCrowan show offensively for Rye. They have 38 of Rye's 60 points. Tommy Martin moves it to Zion Powell. Powell dribbles once up to James Mineta. Now Martin inside Thomas spins to the rim. No good, but he's fouled. Free throw shooting so key, especially in an overtime period with both teams in double bonus. There's going to be a lot of shots from the stripe. That's the 4th foul against Sandberg, so he's now in foul trouble. 1 more and he's done. As Thomas hits free throw number 1. 3 minutes, 3 seconds left in overtime. Right now we're tied up at 60. Mamaroneck lead as Carty brings it across the date line. Carty defended by Mineta. Now hands it to Sandberg. This is Brett Egan with it now. Egan drives inside. Egan, the layup no good, but a foul. And that one called against Will Tuck.
Round foul number 5, Will Tuck, his second.
Second foul charge to Tuck.
2 shots.
So Egan will get a pair of free throws to put Rye back out in front. First was too strong, no good. So resetting it for you, both teams in the double bonus, 2:42 left in overtime. Mamaroneck leads by 1, tie game. 61 apiece here at the Palmer Gym. At a raucous Palmer Gym here in Mamaroneck on a snowy January evening. This is Tuck. Now Powell, back to Tuck. Tuck tries to get inside, puts it up off the side of the backboard. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Max Sandberg. This is Cardi. Now Nagel from way downtown. He puts it in! Charlie Nagel from NBA range. 23 points and a 3-point Garnet lead.
You can't defend that.
Here's Isaiah Thomas, gets it back up to Tommy Martin. Under 2 minutes left to play. Into the corner it comes. Moneta, a three!
James Moneta.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Tied up at 64 with a minute 40 left to go in overtime. Cardi goes off a screen and floats it in.
Michael Cardi.
66-64, Ryan leads by 2. Minute 21 left to go, Moneta. Over to Martin. Now Tuck. James Moneta, the junior. Boy, my goodness, Charlie Nagel continues to be all over the place. 23 points and as active defensively as any player on the court tonight. So a minute 8 left to go in overtime, 18 left on the shot clock. And Jared Bader back into the game will inbound it to James Moneta. Tigers down by 2, and that ball gets kicked out of bounds by Nagel. Minute 2 left to go, 15 left on the shot clock. Mamaroneck will inbound. Somebody's got to go over there to actually do it. And Will Tuck will jog over right in front of his team's bench. Gets it into Moneta. Minute left to play. This is Thomas. Thomas drives in. Acrobatic layup too strong. The rebound is on the floor. They battle for it. It's out of bounds and it's off of Rye. 52.9 to go. New shot clock for Mamaroneck as they trail this overtime session by 2.
Could they use a bucket in the worst way right now?
Moneta for the lead.
Point basket, James Moneta.
James Moneta puts the Tigers back up by 1. 43 seconds left. Driving it is Cardi. Cardi the floater, too strong. Rebound deflects around. It's taken back by Rye. Nagel thought about a 3. About a 1 second difference shot clock to game clock, and no shot, but a foul was called, and it's called against Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas.
That's not a bad foul.
Personal.
I could have ran the game clock out most of the way before shooting. Difference this time meaning they were trailing by 1, but at least Mamaroneck will have a chance at worst trailing by
1. This one is for the lead. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Thomas. So Tigers gonna hold for 1 if they want to. 22 seconds left. Isaiah Thomas with it now. 19 to go. Thomas with 15. Thomas with 10. Isaiah Thomas with 7. Thomas, the drive, inside and losing the handle was Jared Bader, and Rye will have a chance to win. And John Aguilar will draw up the offense. It just trickled out of the hands of Jared Bader. He was under the basket, but his mind was going faster than his body.
Well, it's easy for that to happen in a pressure cooker environment like this. Tigers have to move on. Garnets have to go
seconds left in overtime. Tied up at 67. Rye a chance to win it right now.
Hello, Meredith. You got to put a man on Charlie Nagel.
They get it into Quinn Kelly. Cardi with a second left for the win!
That's the end of the first
For the
overtime.
second straight year, it's double overtime
Score time,
in the Tiger
67.
Tournament Championship game. This one does not want to end. On a replay here in the championship game of the Tiger Tournament. We'll play until somebody wins, but so far one overtime, not enough, so it's time for period number 6. 4 minutes on the clock.
And if they're tied after this one, they would keep going. They have to crown a winner.
Powell and McCrowan tip it up. Tommy Martin comes away with it. Thomas on the wing. Martin gets it over to Tuck. Back to Martin, thought about a 3. Tuck thought about a 3. Thomas will take a 3, too strong. And it's rebounded by Rye. That was Max Sandberg. Now Nagel into the front court. He has 24 points on the day. Nagel hands it off. Another corner. That's a 3 for Brett Egan.
Basket, Brett Egan.
Mineta quickly into the front court now. Deflected away by Carney. Rye moving in transition. Carney the bounce pass. Gets it back and lays it up and in.
Michael Carter.
5 quick points for Rye to start overtime. Tuck over to Mineta. 3 minutes left to play in double overtime. This is Tuck out to Thomas. Thomas inside, gets fouled. Got tripped up by Carney.
Looks like Rye players wanted a travel call. They might have gotten it if not for the foul.
Isaiah Thomas shooting 2.
So Thomas with 11 points tonight will get a chance to cut into this 5-point deficit. Thomas 2 for 2, back to a 3-point game.
Tigers could really use a stop here.
This is Egan, nearly shuffled his feet, gets it back to Cardi. 20 to shoot, 2:36 to play. Cardi, the kick out, around, Nagel, open, look at a 3!
Charlie Nagel, 3-point basket.
Charlie Nagel with 27 points, and Rye's lead is back up to 6.
You can't leave Nagel open like that. A little over pursuit. Now mental error.
And now Nagel was defending Tommy Martin, who threw the ball out of bounds. Mamaroneck calls for time with 2:16 left in double overtime. And now the Garnet fans on the other side of the gym are the ones making noise. Mamaroneck is in the danger zone right now. They trail by 6. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in double overtime. Rye turns it over. Mineta gets it inside, and layup by Bader is no good, but he was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Boy, that could have been a big layup for Jared Bader, who also had a chance to win the game in the first overtime.
Well, he doesn't get it to fall, but he will get a chance to cut into the deficit. It's 6 now. 4 in 2 minutes is a lot more manageable.
Bader leads Mamaroneck with 14 points.
Off the bench, too.
And the junior Jared Bader, no good on free throw number 1. He'll get a second. That one goes down, so Bader now with 15. The Mamaroneck deficit is 5. Mamaroneck pressing in the backcourt. Egan able to break it. Cardi. Somebody on this side of the gym yelled, shoot it. That's for Nagel to do. And that one gets gummed by the backboard.
It's a hell ball. It's stay with Rye.
We've seen everything tonight. Just about.
Minute 59 left to go. Rye will retain possession. Inbounded. This is Nagel. Nagel kicks it out. Now Cardi. Minute 50 left to go in double overtime. Into the corner. That's Egan. It's too short. And the rebound comes to Manetta. Tigers down by 5. Got to have a bucket soon. Manetta turns it over. Nagel was in on that one too. Cardi into the lane. No good on the layup. But Rye able to retain it.
They can bleed out a lot of clock here.
Tremendous action on both ends of the floor. And a foul called as Max Sandberg got bailed out by the foul.
It is almost foul o'clock here if you're looking at what time it is.
And that will be it for Tommy Martin, who leaves with 6 points. He's fouled out.
Ethan Renner, number 3, replaces Tommy Martin.
So Ethan Renner back into the game, the sophomore for Mamaroneck. Minute 21 left to go. Tigers trail by 5.
Max Sandberg, 2 shots.
Other way on that ball that got stuck in the backboard. They awarded possession based on the arrow. That's why Rye got it. Sandberg misses the first free throw. So no matter what happens here, it will still be a 2-possession game. Still plenty of time for Mamaroneck. Second is good. 6-point game, minute 21 left in double overtime. Manetta quickly into the front court for Mamaroneck. Passes it to Renner. Renner on the wing, guarded by Nagel. Over to Manetta. Manetta drives in. Nice pass. Powell lays it up and in. Big bucket for the Tigers. They now trail by 4 with a minute 4 left. Cardi to Sandberg. Mamaroneck pressing. Cardi nearly turned it over. Instead, they call the foul. Mamaroneck thought he dribbled it out of bounds. And the crowd is irate, as is Tyrone Carver.
Foul on Bader. Michael Cardi.
Hear Tyrone Carver yelling from here, how can you not see that he stepped out of bounds? But instead, the foul was called. So Cardi's first is good. Was just rolling for a second, I believe. Anyways, 58 seconds left. It's now a 6-point game. This is Manetta. 50 to play. Deflected out of bounds. Mamaroneck will retain it. 48.1 left on the clock. 25 on the shot clock.
Well, this isn't any secret. They need a quick 3.
Powell will inbound. Manetta nearly loses the handle. Instead, he gets it over to Bader, the running floater off the top of the backboard. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Rye. And now Rye's trying to play keep away. 32 seconds left. This is Cardi, and Mamaroneck is not fouling. They gotta get a hand on somebody here. And finally, Jared Bader does the honors with 23.9 seconds left. And Mamaroneck is in big-time danger zone now. And some of the fans beginning to head to the exit.
And Rye up by 6, 24 seconds left. And if Sandberg even makes one of them, it more or less puts the Tigers to sleep.
What a performance by this Rye team, down by 11 points, coming all the way back. That foul by Jared Bader was his 5th. He has fouled out. So Pinzone comes back in now, and that was the reason for the delay.
Max Sandberg, 2 shots.
So Max Sandberg will have 2 free throws. First one is good. (79-72), 23.9 left to go. Sandberg, his second free throw is good as well. So an 8-point Ryan lead. Tigers need a bucket. They need it in a hurry. Mineta quickly into the front court. Powell. Mineta into the corner it comes. That shot was blocked by Seamus McCrowan out of bounds with 14.8 to go.
Yeah, that's not the shot you want. You've got Renner, the guard, on the center. McCrowan, that's a height disadvantage. That's a pretty easy block.
The inbound to Thomas. Long look at a 3, rattles out, and that might just about do it. Rye is going to dribble out the clock, and the Garnets have won this one over Mamaroneck by an 80-72 final.
That's the end of the game. The final
Charlie
score,
Nagel,
Rye High
27
School,
points to lead Rye to a double overtime thriller here at Mamaroneck High School. Lots more to do. We will have the all-tournament team. I think we know who the MVP is going to be, but we'll show you that award presentation as well. And we'll talk to Coach Tyrone Carver after the Tigers lose this one 80-72 in the championship game of the Tiger Tournament. Stay with us on LMC Varsity Sports.
And conducting our awards presentation, longtime Mamaroneck Varsity Boys Basketball Coach Jim Codespoti. First, we have the runner-up trophy. Terrific performance over these last 2 nights. Came up a little bit short this evening. Let's have a great hand for Mamaroneck High School, our runners-up. Somebody step forward to receive your trophy, gentlemen. And now our championship trophy to Rye High School. Congratulations to the Garnets. Great effort here this evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our all-tournament team. Earlier this evening, Jameek Simpson from Portchester and David Cousin from Alexander Hamilton were named to the all-tournament team. And from our championship game, first from Mamaroneck High School, James Mineta. Congratulations, James. From Mamaroneck, Isaiah Thomas. Congratulations, Isaiah. From Rye High School, all-tournament, Michael Carty. And our most valuable player in the 20th annual Tiger Tournament from Rye High School scored 27 points in this championship game, Charlie Nagel. Congratulations, Charlie. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your support of our tournament. The Tigers will return home on Tuesday afternoon to take on Gordon starting at 4:30. Until then, thank you very much for coming. Arrive home safely. Good night.
All right, back with Coach Tyrone Carver. Tigers lose 80-72 in double overtime, and Coach Charlie Nagel for them, 27 points. What made him so tough to stop?
Well, he's a phenomenal player. We talked about trying to keep him in front and make him take contested jump shots without fouling. I felt like a couple of times there in the third quarter, we started reaching, and then he got to the free throw line and got into a groove and made some clutch plays for his team.
Obviously playing a really good team here. How can that help you guys as you continue to move forward?
I don't know if it can help us because, this is demoralizing loss from the standpoint that unforced turnovers, carelessness with the basketball, and not being able to get defensive stops. That's not a good thing. That's a recipe for a disaster, and that's why we lost tonight.
You guys were up 11 points, I think, in that fourth quarter. Can you point to what changed there as they were able to make the comeback?
Laziness with the basketball. Laziness with the basketball. You turn it over, you get them into transition buckets, and then they start believing, and then we can never recover from that. So laziness with the basketball and not enough stops on the defensive end resulted in disaster.
All right, back here on the post-game show, Rob Moretti, Seth Rothman, as we wrap up a thriller. Another instant classic between Rye and Mamaroneck in the Tiger tournament. Double overtime. Rye coming out on top 80-72. 27 points for Charlie Nagel, Rob. He was just too much.
He was undefendable. I think it was the first three that he hit in overtime was it was from NBA range. There's impossible to defend. Those are the kinds of shots that you're trying to force as a defense in high school basketball. If you have someone that's making them, that's the definition of unstoppable.
And Mamaroneck, they had that 11-point lead late, unable to hang on to it. But still lots of things for them to build on as well. This is a very good team that they played today. I think they've proven themselves throughout some of their season tournaments that they're a pretty good team too. And this is still something they can build off, facing a really good team, facing a guy like that, and something they can use as they move toward the playoffs in about a month.
Oh, certainly. You have to get over the initial sting of losing, but it took a great team to double overtime. That could have been anyone's game at any number of junctures. So certainly showing that they belong as one of the top teams.
All right, that'll pretty much do it from here. Once again, our final score, Rye wins it in double overtime, 80-72. The CEO of LMC is Eric Lewis, COO is Matt Sullivan. The sports producer is Rob Moretti. Rob needs a better title. Kevin Saporito, Kevin Duarte, Sean Kelly, your camera guys today. Join us again next time for a whole lot more varsity sports action. For Rob, I'm Seth. Thanks for watching, everybody.